Anyways, like you were saying.
Alright, look, okay, so we were talking for a whole year, alright? And she basically gets kicked out of her apartment because the people that she was living with, they didn't want to lease the apartment no more because it was too much, I guess. So I told her, I'm like, all right, we've been talking for a year. You then showed me that you're responsible and everything. Come stay with me and shit. So she did. Okay, I helped her get her car because she didn't have a car. All right.
How did you help her though?
I had to give her I gave her like $500.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
500. She put in the rest. It was like $2,000 for the Trailblazer. Yeah, it was 2,000. So, but before that, like the first month that we were talking and shit, and we were taking Ubers and shit, like she was holding it down and everything, but she had this habit of talking to too fucking friendly. Like she'd be like, "Papa, go over there." No, Papa. I'd be like,
but it's like here's the thing though. Like I've figured out a lot of like, cause you know we get some Colombians, women or people from like South America, right?
Yeah.
And they do talk very friendly. Like like there was. No, I don't know. I mean,
after I called her on it and I told her, I'm like, would you like me to go ahead and talk to a girl like that in front of you? Hey, mama. How would you feel? And right. She was like, oh, and then she got
okay. So now I'm gonna tell you like this happened to me once, right? So I was, dating this girl, right? And we were at the mall, right? And next thing, this is the shit that fucking fucked me up, right? She was like, oh look, there's let me go say hi to my friend, right?
Yeah.
Here's the fucking kicker up in this bitch. She said, oh, we used to mess around, but not no more. I'm like, why the fuck would I want to hear that shit, bro? And then you want me to go fucking with you and say hi to the motherfucker? I was like in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
So look. Yeah. So I told her, I was like, hey, let me go to the restroom really quick. Because, dude, honestly, I need to fucking chill down. Because it's like, if I would have been up there, I would have fucking fucked somebody over. Yeah. So then, after, she said hi or whatever, we kept on walking. And I was like, why would I told her, I was like, why the fuck would I want to hear that shit? Like, imagine, I told her, I put it into perspective. I was like, imagine that I'm like, hey, let me go say hi to my friend, oh, by the way, we used to mess around. Yeah. Like, why the fuck would I want to hear that shit? You keep that shit to yourself.
First of all, it's not a friend anymore after you done messed around. That's not a friend. You feel me? That's not a friend. I can't stand it when a fucking girl tells me, oh, that's just my cousin or my brother. And you come to find out they're not even fucking related and shit. They done fucked this shit. Like, why you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you still holding on to these people that you done fucked this shit and you don't even deal with like that no more?
Right.
It don't make no sense because if I done fucked around with a girl and shit and we did fuck and then we don't talk anymore, I done blocked her all social media, like. For what? You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to talk to her anymore and shit? Because I already know if she called me up, all she gonna want is some dick.
Right. True.
Yeah, and I mean, that's cool and everything and shit, but what if I'm not looking to fucking shit? What if I was looking to something else? Like I said, like a relationship, actual relationship.
Right.
That's cool.
It's because now, honestly, like nowadays, it's a very fine line between a fucking relationship and sneaky link, right? Yeah. Now here's the thing, like, there would be a girl that she would we started talking, right? Back, this was probably like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. I don't even fucking remember. We would hang out and stuff like that. Now here's the fucking kicker. She would literally drive maybe like 30-40 minutes to come see me. Yeah. Right. And we would like literally hang out, watch movies, cuddle, sleep together and stuff like that. Only to come find out that next they were like, oh no, I don't want no relationship. I'm like, well then why the fuck are you doing all this other extra shit? Cause it's like, she was like, no, I thought we made this clear. I was like, no, in the very beginning, you never mentioned you wanted to do that shit. Then she also wanted to freaking, check up on my phone. I'm like, why you want to check up on my phone if you told me, I put into perspective to her too. I was like, wait, so let's say I tell you,
It's
like,
so-
I just I don't wanna be your boyfriend, but yet I ask you to look at your phone. I told her, I was like, honestly, I was like, that's some kind of bullshit, because that means that you want to fuck around, yet you don't want to be held accountable for fucking around.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, bro, what the fuck? Tell me yes or no. So it's like,
it's contradicting. That's what it is. It's contradicting.
now if she would have said it
because the same thing just happened to me and shit. Remember I told you about that girl and shit? The one that picked me up that one day and shit over here.
Yeah.
Remember I told you she had missed my birthday, and she was like, oh, can I come pick you up or whatever? Okay. When we started talking, we were like, okay, what the fuck do you want? And I told her what I wanted, and I told her, what the fuck do you want? And we agreed that we wanted a relationship. So we were in a relationship. And then she missed my birthday because she had a family emergency with her daughter. Okay, I get that. All right. But then she ghosted me for a whole week. Then she tried to call me back and shit like I'm some type of dildo and shit. Like, the fuck? You feel me? She called me up, talking about, I'm gonna come see you. I'm like, I haven't heard from you for a whole week. Like,
damn, she goes,
you know what I'm saying?
A whole
Like,
fucking
why
week?
you trying to come see me for and shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fuck I look like? And I told her, I'm like, do I look like a fucking vibrator? Do I look like a dildo and shit? She said no. I said, well, that's what the fuck you treating me as. You treat me like a fucking toy.
Because it's like, here's the thing. At least it would have been like, let's say one text every 2 days, be like, hey, like, I know we haven't talked, but it's just, shit's going on. At least that, a little checkup here and there.
Nothing.
Damn.
For a whole, like, she goes to me on my birthday for them 2 days.
Bro, she probably didn't want to get you a fucking birthday gift.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Probably. But her motherfucker, and then in the long run, the last time I talked to her, I'm like, look, I don't think this shit gonna work out, because you really wishy-washy. All right, it's cool that you come from the south side all the way over here to come see me, but that's like what, every 2 weeks, and then I don't even get to hear from you. Like, I'm supposed to hear from you every fucking day because we're supposed to be in a relationship.
Right.
But you keep
Now,
ghosting me.
here's the thing though. Me, like, sometimes, like, I do like my personal time, right?
Yeah.
There's been times that, it's like, sometimes, like, let's say, I would be in a relationship that I wouldn't, talk, or even, like, even send a text yet, because it's like, now I want to enjoy some of my time, right?
Yeah.
And whenever I enjoy some of my time, just, just chilling by myself, whatever, then I would, be like, hey, like, how are you doing? That's whenever I feel ready to just, keep on talking.
Yeah.
Nah,
her motherfucking ass was like, she wasn't, like, I really think that her past relationships fucked her mind up. All right.
It happens a lot, honestly.
She was only 28, but she had 2 kids already. She was previously married, so she was divorced.
Oh,
yes.
That's tough.
And then, this is the kicker and shit, when she told me that so before she got married, her ex-husband had beat her up, and she went to jail with him.
What?
Yes. And then I'm like, so he beat you up and you still married him and gave him 2 children? Doesn't that sound a little mental? That sounds mental right there.
Maybe she was,
Yeah, she wasn't she's not all the way there now.
Yeah.
Because literally she told me, she said, there was one day shit, I was taking a bus home and she was riding in her car and she was like, Antonio, I just feel depressed. I don't think I'm worth your time. And that I should have took that.
Okay, so now here's the thing though. Here's the thing. A lot of people, or at least a lot of, like, or people in general, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna have those certain kicks in life where they feel like they're not worth anybody's. It's like, I've had those before, right? Everybody has. I'm pretty sure everybody has. Now, like, if you are taking that person serious, you have to kind of reassure them, be like, it's
Bro,
like you're.
That's exactly what I did. And shit. I'm like, look, and I told her, I'm like, look, you a blessing. That's what I told her. I said, you my blessing. Look at what you have 2 beautiful children. You got 2 jobs. You got money. You got your own spot. You got your own car. You know what I'm saying? You're doing good for yourself. There's other people out here in life that are doing worse than you. So just put that in perspective.
Yeah.
That there's people out here that are way off worse than you. You're actually winning in life right now. Okay, she's like, oh, thank you, but it felt like I constantly had to do it with her because
it kind of takes a mental toll on you.
Yes.
Right? Because here's the thing though, like as a guy, it's it's kind of hard to admit, you know, from the get go, like, hey, I'm going through shit.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like you're trying to constantly fix other people's shit and you're not paying attention to your own. Yeah. Now, like, it does happen, you know, it has happened to me that it's like I'm always reassuring the other person, you know, and then, but then it does get annoying. I'm gonna tell you, it does get annoying, like, doing the same shit over and over again. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes, like, there's been several reasons that it's like I stopped talking to the person because of that. You know, it's like, nah, like, I'm not here to, like, constantly, I'm sorry, you know, like, I care for you, but it's like I cannot be here to always hear about your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The shit pissed me off too and shit that she had a victim mindset. She always thought that she was the fucking victim.
Right.
Okay?
No, now here's for that, like that's messed up because it's like you have to take accountability for your actions. You know, you have to like always, you know, if you're looking to blame the other person next to you, you're fucking losing.
Okay, so the last time I talked to her, she gonna tell me the first time we went on a date, you was being reckless. I was like, what the fuck? First of all, how the fuck was I being reckless at all and shit? You feel me? Very true. I was being myself, and then at the same time and shit, I told her, I'm like, the only one that was reckless was you. You're the one that gave me head the first day and shit. So what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't eat your pussy out.
Holy fuck.
You gave me head and shit. Oh. Who was being reckless there and shit? You was, not me. I didn't ask for it. You just started giving me that guy got 3,000 and shit. So I'm over here like, I'm not being reckless.
No.
She couldn't answer my question back. She was like it was mute for a good minute and shit. I'm like, all right, see what I'm saying? And then I told her, I'm like, you have a victim mindset. To tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pray for you and everything, but what you need a therapist and you need God. All right? You need them two things because you don't love yourself. I told her straight up, like, you don't love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, then how you expect to love somebody else?
That's so true. You gotta fucking, you know, that's a big thing that people struggle with. You know, that saying like, you know, they cannot love themselves for who they are, and that's why they bring other people down with them. Yeah. You know, and I mean that's been a constant big problem like in other people's lives too. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm over here, I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I'm all in, all right? I'm all in. We not fucking kids, all right? You 28, I'm 35. You supposed to be more mature than me and shit because you got fucking kids, you feel me? And you've been in a whole marriage. But it seemed like you not. You still in that same 18-year-old mentality.
But it's because, like, here's the thing, though. Like, you know, like, maturity, it cannot go based on age.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you know, there's been times that, you know, that it's like, you know, people, they still don't, you know, they cannot think, you know, for themselves, or they cannot think in a decent manner, you know, and they're older or whatever, and that's totally okay, you know. But whenever people say like, oh, you gotta act your age, you know, that's just kind of like in a bullshit, because it's like, no, I mean, maturity doesn't come at a fucking, you know, age point. That it just doesn't correlate, to be honest.
Yeah. Nah, but her mom, like, she would act like she was all the way there, but she wasn't.
So she would kind of put up a front.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's when people fucking mess up. Whenever you're trying to act like everything is okay. I mean, maybe that's cool, you know, like if you don't, maybe because you're trying to freaking, you know, hide.
Like afterwards, she's like, oh, I should have just ended it the first day and shit because I really led you on. And I was like, you did lead me on. I ain't gonna lie, you did lead me on, but
yeah.
The one that and she tried to make it seem like I'm the one that did all the bad shit. I'm like, I didn't do anything to you.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. She was trying to flip it on you.
She was trying to do the reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Shit. And I was like, look, what have I done to you? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you came and saw me and shit, didn't I put gas in your tank? When we went out to the bar and shit, didn't I buy the drinks? When we went out to the restaurant, didn't I buy the food? Happy that she ain't, you know what I'm saying? That I bought her that pill because she was too much.
So you blocked her, or she still talks to you?
Still calls me. But the thing is that when my phone and shit, I block them, but you can still, like, if I block you,
it'll show the missed call.
Yes,
yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing though, like, okay, look, you should probably ask her, like, you know, like, what does she want?
No. I told her already. I'm like, just leave me alone because it is too much and shit. Like you're really just wasting my time now. Right. Now,
okay, so all right, so let me ask you this. So if you feel like she's wasting your time, how is she wasting your time? Is it because she just wants to mess around, or is it that you want a relationship?
She lied.
Okay.
No, because she lied.
She lied.
Okay, she lied. Okay, and she would have just been upfront with me. Okay, and she would have been.
I'm gonna edit that part out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna edit that part out.
If it's my fucking birthday and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because of her and shit, I didn't want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how the fuck do you? You told me the night before you was finna come. At least call me and tell me, hey, something came up. I can't make it. She couldn't even do that. She fucking had to call me on when the fuck did I work with you? It was a Tuesday. A Tuesday. All right. She hit me up talking about, oh, do you work today? Can I come pick you up? You know what I'm saying? She was feeling guilty. She told me. She was like, boy, why the fuck were you feeling guilty? What the fuck did you really do that weekend and shit? Because I really think that she didn't have no family emergency. I know for a fact that she probably went out with some of her friends or some shit, or she went out with some other dude.
Right.
You know, and like I said, if she just wanted to fuck around, all she had to do was be honest. Right? I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. People can be like, that obnoxious, he's disrespectful, he's a womanizer, but I don't, that's your opinion. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, but the fact is that she said that she wanted a relationship. That's what messed it all up.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's the one that said it, and she made it seem like that's all she ever did. She's like, I only messed with like a few guys in my life, and they was always in a relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh fuck.
I fuck over and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense. Like you had all these niggas you over. You know what I'm saying? Because she told me the last fucker was a Mexican, but he was shorter than her. All right, and he still fucked over. Her ex-husband fucked over too and shit. All right, all these fucked over and shit, but she sticked with these and shit. Like, how you gonna stick with a motherfucker that's hurting you and shit? That don't make no sense. Like a motherfucker give you two black eyes and shit, right? But he's still saying I can still see he loves me. What the fuck?
Right?
How can you still see he loves me when you can't even see yourself right now?
Right.
All right, so
how the fuck you see he loves you?
You can't even see yourself right now. You both your eyes out of it.
So, that was funny.
But for real though, like, but once you get you know what I'm saying, a man that's actually gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
Now you got scared. Like, what the fuck are you scared of and shit? You scared that I'm gonna turn into them and shit, or are you scared that I'm actually gonna make your ass happy? What are you scared of? What it was, and I know what it is she wasn't ready for a motherfucker like me to go in her life. She wasn't ready. And I don't think she'll be ready no time soon. She has to go ahead and
go through that phase.
Yeah,
go through that phase. Yeah. Now here's here's the thing now, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? You know, like they'll say like, oh, dudes are jerks, or guys they're dicks or whatever. Yeah. But I feel like once you meet that one girl that makes you go head over heels, that's when you stop all that shit, like legit.
Yeah, that's true. But then at the same time, okay, the females, they'll go ahead and they'll fucking ride and die for a motherfucker, and then afterwards it should be like, oh, you know what, all niggas ain't shit, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying all females ain't shit, because there's a few good ones out there. Right. But most of these motherfuckers, they just on some bullshit. Cash at me this, Zelle me that, PayPal this, or I can't stand when a girl tells me, oh yeah, can you just snap me? And then I'll snap them, and then it's a premium snap and shit. I'm like, well, you wanted me to snap you, right? She's like, yeah, because I wanted to see the video and shit. Like, I have all these snaps on my shit where it's just a whole lot of girls playing with their pussies and shit, sucking dildos and shit. I have one where the bitch was like actually playing with a pussy and sucking on the dildo at the same time. I'm like, that takes a little skill and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it's done come to and shit. I mean, I really don't think in the 1870s and shit, motherfucking females were like, yeah, can I get 2 bags of flour and some bread and a bag of salt? And I'll give you some of this punani. Like, no, I don't think it was like that.
I mean, here's the crazy part, that there's like a whole bunch of girls nowadays that really do that shit. You know, they really do be doing the OnlyFans or the Snapchat premiums.
Okay. Look. I don't have nothing against that. All right. I don't have nothing against strippers or prostitutes. I don't have nothing. Okay, if you gonna be real with yourself and honest with yourself, all right, I'm a hoe, but at least be a paid hoe, all right. I don't give a fuck about that shit, like, but honestly,
okay. No, all right. So let me ask you this: what defines a hoe? Look, let's say if the female, she's single, but she's messing around, why does that make her hoe? She's single though.
Oh no, if she's single, I mean everybody has a hoe phase.
Right, but it's like, well,
even men are hoes.
Okay, right, but yeah. What makes them a hoe? That's the thing.
If they're in a relationship and they fucking around and shit. Now you know what I'm saying. But if you're single and shit, you can do what the fuck you want to do and shit. There ain't no rules.
Right, there ain't no rules. It's fucking wasteland up in here.
Yeah, exactly. There ain't no rules and shit.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying though. Like, if you in a single life and you're embracing your single life and you got this, and you're doing all type of shit, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, hey, I'm going through a whole phase. There's some females that actually know that shit.
Right.
There's some other females that know. Like I said, okay, like I told my sisters, like I told my little cousin, like, okay, y'all motherfucker, every female goes through a whole phase.
Right.
Every female.
All right, so let me ask you this: how long does a whole phase last?
I don't know about that one. It depends on it depends on the female.
Right.
It depends on the female. It depends if she's having fun. If she's having fun, she could, keep having fun. Or if she meets somebody,
right, she
could drop the whole phase.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? There's that saying where though you can't make a hoe into a housewife, but can you really and shit? Because I'm telling you right now.
I mean, but there's been stories where a motherfucker falls in love with a stripper, and the stripper comes into and it's a fucking perfect marriage.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it really does depends on the person.
I would have parties. I would have skipping parties at my house, but I would
skipping parties. What the fuck?
Yeah, skip like skip a school. All right, and I will only invite hoes, and then I'll invite like maybe 2 or 3 of my homeboys and shit.
I would only invite hoes. You're like, I would only. Bro, come on.
How you doing?